We have been taught to think of trauma as a loud, explosive event in the past. A car crash, a war, a great loss. We see it as a cracked foundation, a visible scar that tells a clear story. But what about the silence that follows? What about the echoes that don't make a sound? The aftershocks that don't shake the ground but quietly rearrange the entire landscape of your inner world? Often, the most significant ways trauma shapes us are not in the dramatic flashbacks, but in the subtle, almost invisible habits and feelings that become our new normal. Today, we are not just talking about the obvious signs. We are pulling back the curtain on 6 hidden effects of long-term trauma. These are the quiet threads that can weave their way into the fabric of your personality, your health, and your relationships, often without you even realizing their origin. Let's explore the quiet burdens that so many carry. Number 1, a chronic inability to make decisions. On the surface, it looks like indecisiveness. What to eat for dinner, which movie to watch, what shirt to wear. These small, everyday choices can feel impossibly heavy, leading to a state of paralysis. For bigger life decisions, like a career change or a relationship choice, it can feel like standing at the edge of a cliff. But this isn't just about being a bit unsure. This is a deep erosion of self-trust. When you've experienced long-term trauma, your nervous system has learned a brutal lesson. A wrong move can have severe consequences. Your brain's alarm system, designed to protect you, becomes overactive. It scans every single choice, no matter how small, for potential danger. The act of choosing becomes a high-stakes simulation of survival. Your internal compass, the one that should guide you with intuition and preference, feels broken. You might endlessly seek advice from others, create complicated pro and con lists for the simplest things, or just default to what someone else wants, because making a choice yourself feels too risky. It's an exhaustion that few people understand. It's not that you don't know what you want. It's that you no longer trust the part of you that wants. The very act of asserting a preference feels dangerous, because in the past, your needs and choices may have been ignored, punished, or led to a painful outcome. So you stand still, caught in the quiet hum of analysis, waiting for a certainty that never comes. Number 2, unexplained physical ailments. Do you live with chronic headaches, constant stomach problems? Do you feel a level of exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fix? You may have gone to doctors who run tests and find nothing medically wrong, perhaps suggesting it's all in your head. This is one of the most misunderstood effects of trauma. It isn't in your head, it's in your body. The body becomes the storehouse for the overwhelming emotions the mind could not process at the time. This isn't a metaphor, it's biology. During a traumatic period, your body's survival system, the sympathetic nervous system, is on high alert. It's in a constant state of fight or flight, flooding you with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. In a healthy system, once the threat is gone, the rest and digest system takes over to calm things down. But with long-term trauma, the off switch gets damaged. Your body can remain stuck in that state of high alert for years, even decades. This chronic internal stress wreaks havoc. It creates inflammation. It disrupts your digestion. It tenses your muscles, leading to chronic pain in the neck, shoulders, and back. It exhausts your adrenal glands, leading to profound fatigue. Your body becomes a library of unspoken stories, and the pain is its language. It is trying to get your attention, communicating the distress that your conscious mind has worked so hard to push away. Number 3, a warped sense of time. For many people, time moves in a straight line from past to present to future. But for someone living with the hidden effects of trauma, time is more like a tangled mess. The past doesn't feel like the past. It feels like it could happen again at any moment. A certain smell, a tone of voice, or a time of day can pull you right back into the feeling of the original experience, even if you don't have a specific memory attached to it. The past isn't a memory you visit. It's a room you can be teleported into without warning. Because the past is so present, the future can feel unreal, foggy, or completely out of reach. It's incredibly difficult to make long-term goals, to imagine yourself 5 or 10 years from now, or to feel any excitement for what's to come. Why plan for a future that doesn't feel like it will ever arrive, or one that feels threatened at every turn? This distorted sense of time can manifest as chronic procrastination, a feeling of being stuck in life, or an inability to enjoy the present moment, because you are either bracing for a repeat of the past or scanning the horizon for future threats. You are living in a permanent state of when, not now. Healing isn't about forgetting the past, but about teaching it to stay in its own time so that you can finally live in yours. Number 4, pervasive emotional numbness. When people think of trauma, they often imagine intense, overflowing emotions, anxiety, anger, sadness. And while that is true for many, there is an opposite and equally common effect, a profound sense of numbness. It can feel like you're watching your own life from behind a sheet of glass. You see things happening. You know you should feel joy at a party or sadness at a loss, but the feeling itself is dull, distant, or completely absent. It's not that you are cold or unfeeling. It's that your emotional circuit board has been overloaded and a fuse has blown to prevent a complete system meltdown. This emotional blunting, also known as flat affect, is a powerful survival mechanism. When feelings were too overwhelming or dangerous to experience, your brain learned to turn the volume down on all of them, the bad and the good. It was a brilliant strategy for survival. The danger is when that strategy becomes a permanent way of life. It can make relationships incredibly difficult. How do you connect with others when you feel so disconnected from yourself? You might be cold, aloof, or distant. You may even convince yourself that you just don't care that much. But deep down, there is often a quiet longing to feel, to truly experience the richness of life. You weren't born without color. Your world was just so bright with danger that your mind gave you shades to survive. Number 5, difficulty with boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect our sense of self. They are the yes and no that teach others how to treat us. Long-term trauma attacks the very foundation of these boundaries. This shows up in one of two extremes. On one end, you have walls of steel. After being hurt, you might build an impenetrable fortress around yourself. You trust no one. You let no one in. You might be fiercely independent and reject help from anyone because vulnerability feels like a synonym for danger. While these walls keep out the bad, they also keep out the good. They prevent genuine connection, love, and support from ever reaching you, leading to a life of profound loneliness. On the other end, you have no boundaries at all. If your sense of self was violated or ignored during the traumatic period, you may not have learned that you are allowed to have a boundary. You may not even know where you end and another person begins. This leads to people-pleasing, saying yes when you mean no, feeling responsible for everyone else's emotions, and repeatedly finding yourself in draining or exploitative relationships. Whether your boundaries are rigid walls or non-existent, the root is the same, a deep-seated belief that you are not safe in the world with other people. A boundary is not a wall to keep people out. It's a line that defines you. It is the loving declaration that you are worthy of safety and respect. Trauma often erases this definition. Number 6, a persistent feeling of being different. This is perhaps the most painful and isolating hidden effect. It's a quiet, constant feeling of otherness. You can be in a room full of laughing friends or loving family and still feel like you don't truly belong. It's a feeling that everyone else received a rule book for life. How to be happy, how to connect, how to feel safe, and yours got lost in the mail. You watch others navigate life with an ease you can't comprehend, and you feel like an alien studying a foreign species. This isn't social anxiety in the typical sense. It's a core feeling of being fundamentally different from everyone else. Your experiences have changed you on a level that words can't always reach, creating a gap between you and even those you love the most. You might smile and play along, but inside you feel like an observer, never a full participant. This feeling of alienation is not a sign that there is something wrong with you. It is a sign of what you have been through. Your system is wired differently because it had to adapt to a different world, a world that was not always safe or predictable. You feel different because your journey has been different. The deep sorrow in this is the loneliness, but the hidden truth is that you are not alone in this feeling. Millions of people are standing right beside you, behind their own invisible glass walls. Recognizing these hidden effects in yourself is not a cause for despair. It's the beginning of understanding. These are not character flaws. They are not signs of weakness. They are the battle scars of a nervous system that did everything it could to protect you. They are evidence of your resilience. The body that holds pain also holds the capacity for healing. The mind that learned to numb can also learn to feel again. The sense of time that is tangled can be gently straightened. Recognizing the shadow is the first step to finally stepping into the light. If any of this resonated with you, if you saw a glimpse of your own story in these words, please know you are seen and you are not on this journey by yourself. If this video was helpful or made you feel understood, please give it a like to help it reach others who might need to hear this message. And subscribe for more content that explores the complexities of our inner worlds. Now, for the comments, I have a question for you. Which one of these hidden effects was the most surprising to you, or the one you feel is talked about the least? Your insight could be the one that makes another person finally feel understood. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.